Welcome to Clarity Unlocked. What if I told you that the reason you're stressed, anxious, and broke isn't because you don't make enough money? It's because you're trapped in the wrong mindset. You're chasing more, when the truth is you actually need less. I used to think freedom came from earning six figures, but the moment I stopped chasing wealth and started living by Stoic money rules, everything changed. In this video, I'll show you the exact money rules that helped me break free, not just financially but mentally. And the best part? They're grounded in ancient Stoic wisdom that still works today. If you're tired of feeling stuck in the money rat race, this blueprint might just change your life too. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. I make simple, no-nonsense videos to help you live better, think clearer, and grow richer without burning out. We've been sold a lie. From the moment we were old enough to understand money, we were told success means more money, more things, more status. Buy the newest phone, upgrade your car, live in a bigger house, get richer, faster, because then you'll finally be happy. But here's the truth. No one talks about. Most people chasing more are never truly free. They're drowning in debt, addicted to spending, and always anxious about the future. I was one of them. Years ago, I thought getting a high-paying job would solve everything. But every raise just led to more spending. I upgraded my lifestyle, not my peace. The more I earned, the less I slept, and the more I owned, the more I felt owned by my things. That's when I stumbled on something unexpected. Stoicism. It wasn't a money book, it was a 2,000-year-old philosophy. But in those old pages, I found something life-changing. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." That hit me like a punch to the gut. All this time I wasn't broke because of my salary. I was broke because of my mindset. Stoicism taught me something I'd never heard in financial advice. That true wealth isn't about how much you have. It's about how little you need to feel whole. That's when I started over and built a new kind of blueprint, not based on greed, but on freedom. Let's start with the golden rule that flipped everything for me. Live below your means. Sounds simple, right? But here's the thing. Almost no one actually does it. The moment most people get a raise, they upgrade their lifestyle. New clothes, better phone, expensive dinners, and just like that, they're stuck in the same financial hole, just with nicer stuff. But living below your means, that's where real power begins. Let me explain. When I first read Marcus Aurelius, he said something that stuck with me. Very little is needed to make a happy life. That quote changed how I looked at my paycheck. Instead of asking, how much can I spend? I started asking, how little do I really need to feel secure? And suddenly I had margin, room to breathe, space to save, freedom to choose. Here's what I did. I stopped upgrading things just because I could. I cut subscriptions I didn't use. I cooked at home more. I tracked every unnecessary habit and slowly killed it. And you know what happened? I didn't feel deprived. I felt calm, because every dollar I didn't spend was a dollar that bought me freedom. Seneca once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." That's the Stoic mindset behind this rule. It's not about being cheap, it's about being in control. Living below your means isn't a punishment, it's a superpower in a world where everyone is broke trying to look rich. So here's your challenge. This week, cut one unnecessary expense. Just one. You'll be surprised how good it feels to say, I don't need that. Now that you're living below your means, it's time to take control of your money in a new way. Rule number 2. Pay yourself first. This means, before paying bills, before buying anything, put money aside for yourself, your future self. Why? Because if you wait until the end of the month to save, there's usually nothing left. But when you save first, you train your mind to prioritize what really matters. I learned this the hard way. For years, I was broke because saving was an afterthought. Spent first, saved what was left, or didn't save at all. Then, inspired by the Stoics' discipline, I changed my mindset. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Saving first is exactly that, taking power over your financial future. Start small if you must, even 5% of your income. Then increase. And here's another crucial part. Build an emergency fund. Why? Because life is unpredictable. Car breaks down, medical bills or sudden job loss can happen anytime. Without a safety net, you'll fall back into debt or stress. The Stoics taught us to prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Your emergency fund is your financial shield. It gives you peace, control, and freedom. Rule of thumb: save 3 to 6 months of your expenses before thinking about investing or big purchases. So remember, pay yourself first, no excuses. Build an emergency fund, protect your peace. This discipline sets the foundation for real financial freedom. Now that you're saving regularly and have an emergency fund, it's time to make your money work for you. Rule number 3. Invest early, not later. Why wait? The earlier you start investing, even with small amounts, the more powerful your money becomes. This is because of something called compound interest. It's like planting a tree today that keeps growing fruit every year, and those fruits plant more trees. The longer you wait, the fewer trees you have. The sooner you start, the bigger your forest grows. Stoics didn't talk about stocks or bonds, but they understood the power of patience and long-term thinking. Marcus Aurelius said, "Time is a river, a violent current of events glimpsed once and already carried past us." In money terms, this means, don't waste time waiting for the perfect moment. Start now, no matter how small. Here's what I did. Opened a simple investment account. Put in a fixed amount every month. Ignored the noise and market ups and downs. Because real freedom isn't about timing the market. It's about time in the market. This mindset helped me shift from living paycheck to building real wealth quietly and steadily. So don't wait to start. The best day to plant your money tree is today. Now that you're investing and growing your money, there's a sneaky enemy that can destroy all your progress. Lifestyle inflation. What is it? It's when your spending grows as your income grows. You get a raise and suddenly you buy a bigger TV. You switch jobs and you upgrade your car. More money comes in. More money goes out. The problem? No matter how much you earn, if your spending keeps rising, you never get ahead. The Stoics warned us about this. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor. More money doesn't bring more happiness if your desires keep growing." I learned to fight lifestyle inflation by being mindful. I paused before every big purchase. I asked myself, do I really need this, or am I just chasing status? I chose simplicity over showing off. Living simply isn't boring, it's freeing. Because when you stop increasing your spending, you keep more of your hard-earned money, and that money goes to your future. Investments, savings, freedom. So, no matter how much your income grows, keep your lifestyle steady. That way, every raise is a step closer to freedom, not a step to more stress. Here's a rule that sounds simple but is incredibly powerful. Track every dollar. If you don't know where your money goes, you'll never be in control. I used to think I spent too little to track. But the truth is, small leaks sink big ships. Those little daily coffees, snacks, subscriptions add up fast. Stoics taught us about awareness and self-control. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." To manage money well, you first need to see where it's going. Start by writing down or using an app for every expense, even small ones. At the end of the week, review. What surprised you? What can you cut? Where did you waste money without realizing? Tracking creates a clear picture. It stops you from spending mindlessly, and it makes saving and investing easier. This simple habit turned my chaos into clarity. Try it for 1 month. You'll be shocked how much more control you feel. The final rule that changed my financial life is embrace contentment. This one might sound strange because we live in a world that pushes more. But the Stoics teach us a different truth. Happiness comes from wanting less, not having more. Seneca said, "He is wealthy who is content." When I stopped chasing endless upgrades and started appreciating what I had, my stress dropped. I realized that peace of mind is worth far more than any luxury item. Contentment doesn't mean giving up your dreams. It means being grateful and satisfied with the present moment while wisely planning for the future. When you embrace contentment, money becomes a tool, not a master. You stop working to buy approval or status. You work to build freedom and peace. That mindset gave me the courage to say no to pressures and yes to true priorities. Each rule is simple, but powerful. And together, they form a blueprint not just for financial freedom but for inner peace. The Stoics knew this. Wealth isn't about numbers, it's about freedom, and you can start building that freedom today, one habit at a time. If this video gave you a mindset shift, a strategy, or even just a moment of clarity, smash that like button. Subscribe for more real talk on money, mindset, and Stoic wisdom. Made simple. Your future self will thank you.